Send it.
Do it.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. My name is Nick. Call sign is KN6DAL, and I'm tonight's coordinator. We want to take a second and give a shout out to the W6VVR repeater and the Vacaville Radio Club. Also to the Freestar Network for the use of their repeaters and digital connections, and also to the Mad Scientist Amateur Radio Club in San Mateo. And then also a big thanks to Mike WG5EEK, Greg W5GSW, and Brian KK6BXP for all of their networking efforts. Before we get rolling, we'll see if there's any priority or emergency traffic. If there is, you can always say break, break, and your call sign will clear the air and let you pass your message. Is there any emergency or priority traffic at this time? All right, the 2 Meter Crew is not an actual club. We're just a group of hams that are learning and enjoying all things ham related. There's no dues or fees to be a 2 Meter Crew member. If you're looking for more information, you can check us out at our website at 2metercrew.net. You can also join our Discord group. There is links in the YouTube description to join those. This is also an open net, and it's open for everyone to chime in and speak freely, so we welcome any and all conversation that's ham radio related. And if you have any questions for anybody that's speaking, you can always jump in and ask. All right, the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net meets every other Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 3 a.m. UTC on the W6VVR repeater. And we also have a bunch of different digital connections. So before I read all of these, I'm going to let everybody know that we've had some technical issues tonight, and there's several connections that are down. But I'm going to list the ones that are normally there, and then I'll let you know which ones you can access us at tonight. So we've got Echolink at W6VVR-R, Allstar Node links 51094 and 512342, DMR Talk Group 3174117 and 3149964. We've got YSF Reflector 50462 and 24033. Also TGIF Talk Group 2133. I'm going to let this drop. And then we've also got Freestar Allstar Link 2196. And then you can also access us through the Mad Scientist Amateur Radio Club repeater in San Mateo. And throughout the night, we are going to post a link to the Zoom chat. If anybody is interested, you can join us that way as well. So like I had said earlier, there's a number of connections that are down. We don't have access to the W6VVR repeater tonight. Also, the latter of the two YSF reflectors and DMR talk groups are also down. But you can also you can access us through Freestar or through the Mad Scientist Amateur Radio Club repeater tonight. And if you're looking for a way or you can't get in, just shoot one of us a message on Discord, and we can look at getting you into the Zoom chat. So again, my name's Nick, call signs KN6DAL, and Oh, before we continue, don't want to forget, we are streaming this live at Northwest Ham Shack. If you like and subscribe, you'll get notifications when we go live. And we want to take a second and see if there's any new stations that recently got their call sign or recently upgraded their license class. If that's you, come on in now. All right, nothing being heard. General check-ins. Anybody out there that wants to check into the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net, come on in now.
Good there, Nick. You ain't dying on us?
My throat is dying right now.
Yeah, I keep hearing you mute the cough.
All right, we got a few people in the chat here. Let's hear from Dan, N6ETR. How you doing tonight? Oh, Dan, we're not on.
N6ETR.
Oh, he got it. He's good.
Doing pretty good tonight. I don't really have a whole lot of ham radio topics to discuss, but been working on, cars that keep breaking down and everything. But heavily on my mind is what I'm going to choose for a battery for future field day events, because I typically lug around a Group 25 lead acid battery, and it might be time to upgrade my my battery situation for field day. So if you have any suggestions, I'm definitely open to them. This is Dan and 6CTR. Back to you, Nick.
All right, thanks, Dan. As far as battery suggestions go, can you? I half forgot what you said. Can you remind me what you're using the battery for?
The battery is just for field day for running a transceiver that's capable of up to 23 amps during transmission. And I've got a Group 25 lead acid battery that came with my RV when I first bought it. That's what I've been toting around this whole time.
Got it. So I would suggest looking at a LifePo 4 battery if you're looking for like a deep cycle, like a large one. They can be kind of expensive, but I think they have a really long life expectancy. So as far as power output, they're like a fraction of the weight of a lead acid battery, but they're multiples as far as cost. So that's the downfall on them. But that would be my suggestion. Anybody else have anything on that?
Yeah, I guess I can butt in.
Go ahead, Connor.
Oh, yeah. Connor, Kilo 7, Charlie, Bravo, Lima. I actually just built a 40 amp hour LifePo 4 portable box with built-in solar, charge controller, USB, and everything like that, and a 20 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery with a built-in BMS. So you literally just feed the thing 14.6 volts for absorption charge and 13.8 for float. They can be had for like $80, I think it is, if you want to go that route. They also have bigger ones for like $200, $300. It goes up in size. The biggest one I've seen is 200 amp hours. The smallest one I've seen is 4. It's a really good brand on Amazon. They're called ECI, Echo Charlie India Power. And they are pretty much within 1 to 2 amp hours of their rated capacity. So I can definitely pop a link in chat if anybody wants to take a look.
All right, this is Nick, KN6DAL. I'll take that link if you want to pop that in chat. But I wrote it down too, so I'll probably see what they got out there. Appreciate the check-in, Dan, and thanks for coming back on that, Connor. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2 Meter Crew Anti-Net. We're looking for any and all check-ins, and I guess I'm looking at a couple notes here. I think we might be connected to VVR via what did you say it was, Mike? Through Freestar right now. So if we are, that's great. But anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
6YKX.
KM6YKX, is it really you?
Well, I've got an AI bot that's doing stuff for me. But no, it's really me. Is it really you?
Well, I don't have a checkbox that I can hit I'm not a robot right here, but yeah, no, it's really me, man. It's good to hear from you. How have you been?
Well, before we, I just need proof of life. It was you, me, and another person. You don't have to say that other person, but what happened when we were driving? What color was the comet?
I don't remember what color the comet is, but I remember the comet now. But I can tell you the way that we met. Or I guess our first date was on the roof of your house fixing your antenna.
Nick's Love Life Live.
It's true. Yeah, and my wife came home and was like, "There's a strange man on my roof." Anyway, yeah, you passed the robot test, and hope. I think you have two now. Daughters are doing fine, and yeah, the comet was green, or meteorite, or might have been a meteor, right? That thing might have struck, but anyway, yeah, I heard you out here, and I thought I'd say hey.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you, Rob. Don't be a stranger. You know, we've got the Zoom chat still going. If you text me, I can send you a link to that if you want to join in. But we're here every other Friday night, kind of doing it 2 times a month, so you're always welcome, and I appreciate your check-in. The notorious Rob in Auburn. Good to hear from you, man. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2-meter crew anti-net. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody that wants to check in, come on in now.
Way to put you on the spot like that.
That was cool. That was actually really cool. I'll tell you the story here in a little bit. All right, let's hear from Greg. W5 gunshot wound. How you doing tonight?
Hey everybody, this is W5GSW. Doing well, man. Long week. I think my work had been really kind of chill for the past couple of weeks, and it went nuts like crazy the past 3 days, and that's been kind of a chore. But a couple good things have happened to me. My 22-year-old came out from California completely by surprise last Wednesday. Showed up at my door, and was pretty cool. He came for my my middle guy, Mason, who's 17. It was his birthday on Wednesday. And then another buddy of mine that I used to work with back in the day was out here in North Carolina, and I saw him yesterday as well, which was really cool. He's out visiting his brother, who's about 10 miles away. So we went out to lunch, and that was nice. Haven't been playing a bunch of radio. I've been, I'm pretty good for like a QSO on 2-meter or Allstar or DMR once a day. I kind of will go on, get a short QSO and do that sort of thing. But my HF game is super weak. My HF radio is not even plugged in right now. So, and if it was, my antenna game is super, super weak. So haven't been able to mess with that too much. But other than that, it's a same old, man. Always happy to be on the anti-net, and great to see everybody. With that, I'm going to go back to net control. This is W5GSW, Greg, and back to you, Nick.
Always good to hear from you, Greg. You're the man. Tell me about the background you got there. Are you a fan of the Northern Lights?
Hey, have you heard about it, though? Like, you could see it, like, I guess it was like twice this month here in North Carolina, you were able to see the Northern Lights. I mean, it's pretty flat where I'm at, and there's a lot of trees, so I didn't see it. But I was reading that it was even visible in Texas, like a couple times this year so far as well, too. So no particular reason. I just like the fact that it moves. It's better than the screaming cowboy in the background. You guys will probably see him again later, too.
I mean, better is a relative
or little
term.
Grogu.
the northern lights in Texas was just methane from all the cows.
It was actually Mike in a strong wind over Texas.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, this is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2-meter crew anti-net. Let's see, who haven't we heard from? We haven't heard from Mike yet. WG5EK, how's it going?
Hey, thanks. Yeah, Nick, this is Mike, WG5EK. It was good hearing Rob in Auburn. That's great. I haven't talked to that guy in a long time. So if I need to connect, they have an Allstar Node up there. I need to connect to that more often and see if he's around. Let's see. What have I been up to lately in the last couple of weeks? Oh, I got this new, to me, it's not new. It's but it's a really tiny, cute little Radionerdz GD-73 DMR radio. It does analog too, but it's UHF only. It's great for having around a hotspot in your house, or if you have like an Allstar Node or something, or if you have some really good repeaters, because it's only puts out 2 watts on high and half a watt on low. So it's got a really good battery life on it because it's so tiny. I think Greg has one of these too. But I saw this and I was like, this is really convenient because it has USB charging on the radio, and that's also how you program it, is through a micro USB. And it doesn't have to be like a proprietary cable. Any micro USB that actually has data, which should be all of them, or the newer models actually have it's not gonna work. Micro USB on the battery, so you can charge the battery separately from the radio, which is cool. So you could like be charging your radio or using your radio, a micro USB, charging your battery separately, or however you want to do it. It's pretty neat. It doesn't have any numbers on the keypad, so you have to program it from the software. But I'm gonna let it drop if you want to let it drop for a second, Nick. Cool. All right. Yeah. So I noticed that on my Pi-Star that the error rate was really high. And this comes from the factory now with the latest firmware, but reading on some forums, the 2 versions before this actually has a better error rate. And so I just downgraded it this, I don't know, an hour before the anti-net to version 4. It comes with version 11, which it's not really 11. It's actually version 6, but they put 11 on there to show you that it's a newer radio, but it's the same exact version as 6. But version 4 has the better BER rate. So I tested it out. Before I downgraded, it was at error rate like 4 to 5%, which is absolutely terrible. And now I've got it down to 0.1%. So it made a huge difference downgrading the firmware. So definitely worth it. It was like $70 on Amazon. Sometimes they go on sale, so you can probably get it cheaper. But I mean, it's a nice portable little radio for walking around your house or your yard, and it's cool. I don't know, it's kind of neat. It's small. If you look at a UV3R by Baofeng, it's like about the same size. So just if you know what that is, it's smaller than a UV5R. With the antenna, it's definitely pretty tiny. That was pretty cool. And I have one more thing to add on the Pi-Star calibration, if you want to let it drop for a second.
Good.
All right, so again, this is WG5EK. I have 2 different Pi-Stars. I have like the Amazon generic version that you can get for like $100, and then I purchased a while back. It's a portable node, but it has a DV Mega GPIO hat that sits on top of like a Raspberry Pi 3. And the standard calibration procedures for the Pi-Star, where you go into the command line and you have to start all this stuff, doesn't work for the DV Mega. You just kind of have to do it manually. Luckily, in the Pi-Star expert settings, you can go there and change the RX offset manually and transmit offset manually. And so I had to go all the way up from 50, which was the default, all the way up to 300 before it got down to 0.1, because even after the firmware upgrade, it dropped it from a 4.6 to like a 2.3, and then I did the offset and it got down to 0.1, which is basically about as good as you're going to get over RF. So don't let that discourage you, because there's not a lot of information out there about how to calibrate the DV Mega version. You just have to do it manually. You can't use their command line tool which a lot of people probably don't know about anyway. But yes, you should probably tune your hotspot. If you haven't looked into that, research it. Most of the people are using MMDVM hats on their probably a Pi Zero, and it's pretty easy to calibrate through the command line and a radio. But you don't have to use that. You can use the website interface and change it and just keep testing until you get to a good BER, which is an error rate. You want it to be as low as possible. So yeah, some nerdy stuff, but we're all kind of geeks and nerds here, so hopefully that makes sense. All right, back to net control. This is WG5EEK.
All right, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I think it made sense to everybody other than Servando, which he made very obvious in the chat. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2-meter crew anti-net. Let's see what we got out there. Anybody want to check in? Come on in now.
By the way, Mike, you can also use BER, or you can use the receive
Oh, dear
offset.
Jesus, I'll give it a whirl. Hey, Nick, sorry about that on the radio there. Nick, good to hear you. And Mike, really, really good to hear you. EEK out there. Good evening to all WU1Q Mobile, downtown Nevada, California.
Geez, you're blowing the doors off the repeater there, Mitch. It's good to hear from you. You sound loud and proud. Thanks for checking in, man. It's good to have you out here. Don't be a stranger. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2-meter crew anti-net. We're looking for any and all check-ins. Anybody wants to check in, come on in now.
Okay, what the heck? Kilo Mike 6, Mike Romeo Uniform, Chris here in Benicia. Just saying hi. Good to hear you, Nick, and everybody else. Have a good weekend.
Hey, thanks for jumping in and saying hi, Chris. We appreciate it. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2-meter crew anti-net. I'm going to pick on Frank now. KG6NLW. I had to think for a minute. It's the foggy brain. How's it going tonight, Frank?
Think real hard there. Think real hard there, Nick. KG6NLW, good evening, one and all. I actually have a couple things I want to mention in amateur radio today for me. I have officially set up my YouTube page. I have set up a TikTok page. I have set up a web page. I've also set up a little bit into Arden Mesh, and we can get into that later if you guys want. But I have a whole bunch of things I have set up on. Yeah, Mike, don't go there. I have a whole bunch of things set up on Arden Mesh that can be accessed through the public Wi-Fi. If you want, and I can drop this link too in the YouTube chat once I log in here, it's kg6nlw.franksrails.com. That is my website for ham-only related stuff. Other than that, I only have one new toy. Let's see if I can get over here without cracking up too much. I only have one new toy. Oh, wait. No. Nope. I don't want to do that. Yeah. I'll have to show it later. But I received a Yaesu FT710 AESS, and I'm absolutely loving it right now. Anyway, that's about it for me. Back to you, KG6NLW.
All right, thanks, Frank. These guys in the chat are just tearing it up right now, and it's really, really hard to focus. I appreciate your check-in.
I know.
Yeah, if you want to post, you're welcome to post the links on YouTube if you want to plug that for anybody that wants to go check out your YouTube channel. This is Nick, KN6DAL.
Yeah, I'm pulling up right now.
With the 2-meter crew anti-net. I know you had made a comment there, Connor, but did you have anything you wanted to check in and say? This is for K7CBL. Still there you go.
Yeah, I'll check in. Yeah, K7CBL. Not been up to much. I built the battery box, which I can show some pictures of later. But other than that, not a whole lot in the radio world. Just quit my job yesterday, so excited, being relaxed for about a month before I start the new one. But other than that, Not a whole lot in the radio world. Just trying to get a bunch of projects done and hopefully utilize my time properly.
All right. Thanks for the check-in, Connor. I think that did it for everybody. No, it's not. But I can't call on Servando yet because he's on the phone.
Hey, I'll say something.
In Zoom. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I was going to say we celebrated Worldwide Amateur Radio Day on April 18th. So there was a special event station out there just doing just amazing work. His call sign was W1W, and I was able to get on or get in contact with him. I think it was 20 meters. And it was pretty cool because a lot of times these special event stations, they're kind of hard to look up anything about them. But he was like, hey, yeah, check out my QRZ. If you want, just apply for a certificate. And I just got that. I think it was last night. And yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, look, I have a whole folder full of like ham radio cool stuff. And eventually I want to print out all these certificates and just kind of put them in a binder. And just so like, yeah, oh, I remember that. Because like, who else does this? You're like, I don't. Maybe I'm just a dork, but I think that's cool. I think it's cool to have a certificate to commemorate. Like, yeah, I made contact with this guy, and he talked to like 1,500 people on this day, and I was one of them. I don't know. I'm a nerd like that. I think it's cool. So he does it every year. He's been doing it for like, I don't know, half a decade at least. So just check it out. He gave a example on his website how you could apply for a special event station. So if your club is doing like a field day, you can go in and apply for a special event station, and you can have a really short call sign. So you're not having to say all these different call signs. You can say like a really short call sign, like W1W is what he always requests. And it's really cool because not everybody gets to have those, especially for really cool events. So I think that was really cool that he not only got that, but he explained how to get it, because I never knew how to get it. I thought that was really interesting. I will look it up on how to do that, and I will post that in the chat, and then we can have that shared. So that's all I had. Back to you, Nick. This is WG5EEK.
Yeah, thanks for that, Mike. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but did anybody see that Frank just like at the ready had 100 QSL cards ready just to throw up on screen? I don't know how you did that, but it seems like every time we have a conversation, you've got like something to throw up there. So I don't know if you plan that out before the anti-net. You're like, if they talk about flashlights, I'm going to have a flashlight ready. If they talk about this radio, I'm going to have one here, but that was pretty funny.
I'm actually at the QTH tonight. I even have, let's see here. Oh, no, disappear altogether. I even have this one special. Well, it's not going to show it, but KI6NAZ's more QSL card. I'm not here tonight. Going along with what Mike said, yesterday was Morse Code Day to honor the inventor of Morse code, Samuel Morse.
Awesome. Cool, guys. We got a history lesson out of this, and I didn't even expect it. Look at that. I'm going to let this drop. All right. Last but not least, we got Servando in the house tonight. Servando, K6SRV, how's it going, man?
K6SRV. What's up, guys? What's going on?
Are you in Hawaii?
I'm not. It's Friday. We wear Hawaiian shirts in the construction industry. Most people do. Hawaiian shirts on Friday.
I've never seen that. Ever.
It's a union thing.
It's a union thing. You rats, stay out of this. Hey, so what's up with Alinco DJ MD5 XLT dual band DMR 5 watt with GPS Gen 3 275.95 on gigaparts? What's up with that radio? It looks strangely like it's very oddly looking like a Anytone.
You sure it wasn't like on Alibaba or Wish or something?
Dude, it's on gigaparts and it looks like the screen is identical to the Anytone, and someone needs to explain this because I didn't even know this thing was a thing.
Yeah, so I
know
have
a few.
I have the BTEC 6x2, which is basically the same thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Yeah.
like I mean they're all made overseas, so it's like any manufacturer can say, "Hey, factory, I want this, but I want slightly different firmware or specs or whatever," and they'll just do it. So, yeah.
Is that the MD5XLT? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what it was. And what caught me off guard was somebody online was saying it's all mode. It does C4 FM, DMR, like everything. I was like, I had to check my watch. I was like, man, it's not. We're a little far away from April Fools. But does that thing not look like a Anytone screen? I mean, it looks exactly like it.
I know a lot of people who bought those. I wouldn't call them clones because they're all like, well, I guess they're clones. Anytone was kind of first to the lot on that one, but I know a lot of people that bought them, and they're actually some of them have different features. I know a friend of mine has one. It's I forget what he has, but he swears by it, and he says there's a lot of differences, little subtle differences, like on the Anytones. Nick, if you want to let it drop.
Thank you.
Yeah, K7CBL continuing. There's a lot of little differences, like on the Anytone, when you're on a talk group and you key up, a talk group drops, and you can adjust the timeout setting, but you can't stop it. So I know on one of the other ones, you can just key it up, and you can stay on that talk group, on a dynamically entered talk group. Oh, got a feedback loop there. Okay, but yeah, and then there's other things like the caller ID. You can actually manipulate that on the other brands. So there's a lot of little differences that I know a lot of people like to go use that radio for, but I don't know. I just stick with the Anytone myself, even though I don't really use mine that much.
Yeah, I've been just looking at new radios. I haven't bought anything ham related. I've been doing a lot of my like usual POTA stuff, and I've been doing a lot of WinLink, sending emails and stuff over the RF, doing that whole thing. I want to get into like they have like a chat, like it's like a text message thing, like in real time with WinLink, which is pretty cool. I want to explore that, and I mean, I just think it's cool. Kind of like what Mike was saying, like maybe I'm just a nerd, but I don't know, man. It's kind of cool. I like it. So, been doing that. I've been checking in weekly with the WinLink Wednesday group, and like 99% of the people check in are like by Greg. Like literally, like the map is like, it is all East Coast people. So like East Coast is like super digital. I don't know what's going on. Back to net control.
All right, this is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2-meter crew anti-net. We're going to probably be moving over to just chatting on YouTube here for a little bit, but let's see if we got anybody else out there that wants to check in. Any other check-ins? Come on in now.
Checking in. Just saw you that you're on.
Did anybody catch the call?
I think it was Jesus.
I think it was Vince in Pittsburgh. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Vince in Pittsburgh, but I didn't catch your call sign. Can you come again with it?
Kilo Mike 6, Quebec, Lima Bravo. Quiet, lazy bones. Vince in Pittsburgh.
All right, good to hear from you, man. How's the week been for you?
Not bad. I went with a friend the other day, and we put up a buddy pole hex antenna for the first time, and it was quite an experience. It was pretty good. Really nice.
You know, I've always wanted to build my own hex beam, but I just haven't really gotten into designing it. I think it'd probably be a lot more work than I think in my head it would be. It looks simple, but getting everything uniform would probably be hard to do without all the right stuff, but I'm sure somebody's done it. That's awesome, man. Thanks for checking in with us. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2-meter crew anti-net, looking for any last check-ins, any last calls on check-ins. Come on in now.
6BXX.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I think that was BXX Michael from Carmichael. How's it going, man?
Long time, guys. I know I haven't done much with anti-nets. I guess you guys do on Fridays now. It's good to know. Yeah, a little short here. We're hanging in there. Still got my job here. Making the most of it. And doing HF, a little over-ear system. Got my general. It's been good. Done some good semi-DXing here and there. Mostly hang around Golden Bear now, 3975 every night. Well, it's an every night, net every night at 7 p.m. local time, but try to check it when I can. And join HF, it's been good. So hopefully when conditions improve again, we'll enjoy some more. So it's great to see you, Nick, and the rest of the gang there, and see their Bondo, see him a little face-to-face there. Good to see that. And looks like your family's doing well there, Nick. I see some photos on Facebook from time to time. All your girls are growing up, moving fast. All right, I'll let you guys go. Let the repeater time out. We'll catch you guys again 7-3. Take care, everybody. From CAN6DXX. Have a good night.
All right, thanks for checking in, man. It was good to hear from you. A long time no chat. Don't be a stranger. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2-meter crew anti-net. Looking for last calls. Any last calls? Come on in now.
Number 6, Sierra Mike Hotel.
Number 6, Sierra Mike Hotel. All right, N6SMH. How's it going tonight?
Did you come back? Number 6, Sierra Mike Hotel.
Yeah, I did. I'll give it a little hang time here. N6SMH. How's it going tonight?
Good. I just been a little bit of sore throat today, but thought I'd just do a quick check-in. A little bit mobile tonight on an FTM 100D that I just put in my car. Yeah, good night. Just testing my radio, learning the manual, things like that. Back to net control.
Oh, it's always fun to play around with a new radio, especially a new mobile setup. Good luck with that. Hope you get all the kinks worked out and it's everything that you want or need it to be. Appreciate the check-in. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2-meter crew anti-net. We're taking last calls on check-ins. Any last calls? Come on now.
Gotta check yourself in, Nick.
KR6 BBQ. Haven't heard from you in a long time either. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, just like Mike said, I'm just found out you guys switched to Friday night, so that's nice. I can get on here a little more often. Yeah, hearing a lot of familiar people out here, so that's nice. Haven't really done a whole lot. Mostly playing living. And good to hear you guys out here, though. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, awesome. Good to hear from you too. Yeah, we switched about a month and a half ago back to or switched to Friday nights, and to be honest, I wasn't too sure how it would work out, but it seems like it's working out quite a bit better. Everybody seems to have a little bit more free time, so it's pretty good. Appreciate the check-in, and don't be a stranger. This is Nick, KN6DAL, with the 2-meter crew anti-net, looking for any last check-ins. Come on in now.
Six YKX recheck.
All right, Rob, recheck. What's going on, buddy?
Let's see if you could do 80 meters.
see if I can do 80 meters. Is that your question?
Do that. Give us help.
Yeah, I think we've got a bunch of people that have 80-meter rigs in front of them. We could probably turn it on here in a minute. What if you want to maybe point out a frequency, we can move down there and check it out. Once the net's shut down, we'll live stream it and see if we can make a contact.
It's only a hobby. But yeah. I'm seeing all kinds of openings, and I don't know what you're seeing in your area. 3860, 3865, big gaps in there. So anyway, just curious. KM6 YKX.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I'll keep the radio on, and we'll loop back and see if we can find a spot and check it out. So I'll keep that in mind. Any last calls? KN6DAL with the 2-meter crew anti-net. Any last calls before we shut the repeater system down? Come on in now.
Echo Zero Alpha U Mobile.
Anybody get it? They shut down your Walmart net. All right. Didn't quite catch the call sign, but I did hear a station in there if you want to come back one more time with your call sign phonetically.
November 6, Echo, Foxtrot, Romeo.
N6 EOR? We can't have any more ERs. All right. N6.
That's Bert.
Is it
Yeah.
Echo
6 EOR.
Foxtrot Romeo? I thought he said Oscar Romeo. Is this you, Bert? Come on back.
Let's pretend it's not. We don't know who he is.
We don't.
Ow. Water 8 in the house, trying to get out, but I don't think I can. Really weak.
Gotta hit him with a 7-3. Good luck in the contest.
No. All right, Bert, 7-3. Good luck in the contest. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're not making it very well, but it's always good to hear from you either way. This is Nick, KN6DAL with the 2-meter crew anti-net. We'll take one last call or one last check-in. Come on in now.
He's going to take the title from Frank. He's going to take the scratchy title
Bert.
from Frank.
Scratchy Bert.
I think I heard an M0 mobile station.
Quebec Mike.
Zero, Quebec.
Nantucket, Mike.
All right, Alpha Delta Zero, Quebec Mike. How's it going tonight?
Pretty good. Just got my Allstar Node and Echolink set up, so first time, well, I guess I've been using it a little bit this week, but first time checking into that using Allstar, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, you sound crystal clear coming in. I appreciate you checking in and saying hi. We're here every other Friday night, and we're here at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can always jump in and say hi. So we appreciate the check-in. We're going to go ahead and drop the repeaters, and we're going to probably be playing a little bit of HF tonight. I'm not sure if my radio is going to play nice, looking at the waterfall, but appreciate everybody coming out. I'm going to let this drop.
I'm all tuned up and ready.
Hey, just to say something here, Jeff, ADO QM is actually connected to W6VDR tonight as well. Congratulations on your Allstar Node, dude.
All right. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. We're going to turn the repeater back to its normal operation. If you didn't get a chance to, check us out on YouTube, and we will be playing around on HF for a little bit. So we'll say 7-3 until we meet again. I cannot get my cough under control.
Yeah,
no,
man,
you
got
need
a
some
foggy.
water.
You and me both.
Quit smoking crack, man.
So
Yeah,
I'm having...
Greg
What?
stole my comment.
Do you have 80 meters, Nick?
I got 80 meters.
I
got
do.
80.
I have sort of 80.
I've got an.
It's more of a 75.
I've got something coming up every.
Go to 65.
Go to 65.
3865. I'll beacon out there.
Dude, my waterfall has a. Can you guys hear this? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got like a little whistle, like a little.
You hear that?
Sounds like the old. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could hear your waterfall.
Sounds like the old man from Family Guy when he talks.
That is every about 30K.
Okay, go to 65. Let's see if you can hear me, Nick.
Holy shit, Connor! Your
38,
mic is
65.
fucking 20 over.
Affirm.
He is breathing fire from over there, man. I had to turn my stuff down.
That noise
because of
just
Connor.
went away. Something in or around my house was causing some kind of.
Connor, are
huge
you
interference.
operating out of a U-Haul storage?
Hell yeah, brother. I got that great audio, huh?
Why is,
Here we
why
go.
is your
No,
camera
it's
off?
back on again.
Why isn't my camera on? Yeah, that's a good question.
Connor's moved into a tiny house, a.k.a. the back of a U-Haul.
Portable housing, right?
Hey, that's a nice rig, Frank.
New toy for me.
That's
Hey,
that's
Oh, wait, let's see it again, dude.
Oh, hold on.
FTX10 or whatever it is called, right?
Is that
That's a
the
big-ass
dope
balloon,
ass
dog.
Yaesu?
What the hell is that balloon for? Wait, no one's asking what the green-ass balloon is?
That's his green screen,
That's my
man.
green screen.
It's a balloon.
The Yaesu FT710.
That's the Dollar General thing, man.
AESS.
Dollar General green screen.
Nice, dude.
You
That's a
got
nice
the
radio.
little, you got the little
Inflatable.
piggyback
It's large-
speaker.
Hey,
as
dude,
large
that's
as
why
you
he's got
want
a
it to be.
cheap-ass green screen, because he spent all his money on that Yaesu
Is
right
it
there.
possible for a little
Hey,
room
at least
fan
he's
to
got
cause
one.
RF?
Yeah. Priorities,
Yes.
man. Frank's got his
Yes.
priorities together.
Oh no,
I
it's
like
not.
That
It's
screen.
it's
I like the
kicking
size
back
of the
on.
screen on that.
So
on that
Nick,
radio.
you're not hearing me at all.
I'm dead. I've got
Frank, are you copying
I've got
me?
that every.
Here, I'll go again.
Go
Frank,
again.
how are you not translucent right now? Is your shirt black and it's looking green on screen, or what's going on? You have a green screen, but you have a green shirt.
Are you talking to me? You talking to me?
Yeah, the needle's bouncing like half an S unit, but I don't hear you, Connor.
Everything's fine.
I'm doing 800 watts.
Craig, everything.
3865.
Yeah, you're like this far above
Hey,
my
I'm gonna
noise floor, Connor.
I'm gonna come back to Rob and Auburn here really quick.
Okay.
KM6YKX KN60AL.
Nada.
Are you disconnected, Nick? I didn't see the meter trigger.
I heard him on the local node here.
Yeah, well, if Rob's only listening to
KN6YKX
VVR.
KN60AL.
No, you're not connected to VVR.
How did the VVR get disconnected? Because I didn't do it.
Somebody
You were
disconnected
linked to
Allstar.
VVR and I the Freestar and I disconnected it. I said that in the chat.
You don't. Well, you don't listen to. You don't watch the chat.
He doesn't watch the chat.
He doesn't, dude.
No, he doesn't. He's
40
like, we're
might
not
be
on
working.
VVR tonight, and we were totally on VVR.
It's
think
literally
Mike
like
was.
I know. I was like, what is going on here, bro?
I'm lost.
Nick didn't listen at all.
KM6YKX KN60AL.
Now you came across.
Yeah, I connected it.
And as far as the green screen goes, it's a ProMaster 3-in-1 screen, silver, gold, and green screen.
KM6YKX here. I'm on 3860.
God damn.
Right?
That's
So,
in
like,
use.
did you get that on Wish? Of like, hey, this is a green screen for 4-to-1 Ballon, blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah.
No, I got it at the local Shutterbug.
So I'm in between that.
Alibaba.
yeah, Wish.com.
Wish.com. It costs $90 too, dude.
Dude,
You know,
can't-
Nick,
you can't order
I
it.
hear him better, it sounds like, than you do.
dude,
Oh,
you
there's
can't.
If that was you.
If you order anything off of Wish or
Easy.
Alibaba, like the shipping is like, it gets there when it gets there.
Yeah.
There is no shipping, dude.
I've had better luck on Wish than Alibaba. I've never got anything from Alibaba, but Wish.
Oh, I hear him. I hear him.
That shit's all sketchy to me, dude. I won't buy
I'll
off
hop on
of
there
Alibaba
too, Nick.
either.
I just do it through PayPal.
It's just gonna send me a box of phenolene and asbestos, dude.
I order everything through PayPal, and if it doesn't arrive, I file a claim and I get my money like the.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
KM6.
What's up, Bert?
This is
What up?
KM6DAL. Copy.
What's going on, man? How's that Millennium Falcon? You got any
No,
more
it's-
miles on it?
It's broken.
It's broken.
It's broken.
Yeah, sound good.
It's
I can
broken.
hear you loud and clear.
It won't take off anymore.
Gotta get a droid, man. And then you're good.
on my radio, and
I'm just
like
barely
30,
hearing
60 is,
Rob
like,
on
right in the
80.
middle, so
Yeah, I can hear him in the weeds
I
on
can
60.
definitely hear you. You sound good.
I cannot hear Nick at all.
Thank you for that.
Oh, Bert, that's sick, dude.
Oh, look, Connor turned on his camera.
That is sick. I love that.
Are we going Star Wars now, man?
Pachoo, 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 pachoo.
Radio's independent on-the-air news and bulletin service. And now reporting from Vacaville.
Full Mandalorian, bro.
Newly created
Rogan
Bureau of
back.
the FCC has just produced its
Go to
first
bed.
set of rules governing satellites.
Stop touching that.
That's
Stop touching that.
dude. That's hella cool. Connor's got he's got his steampunk
Are you hearing him, Connor?
laboratory.
Connor gets a tan, dude.
How
Just
good
for
is my
sitting
audio
there.
tonight?
for these satellites to avoid interference.
That's coming over your repeater.
Connor's got that
Connor.
Owen Wilson hairdo going on.
What, Nick?
What is it?
So,
Disconnect,
whatever.
Nick.
Coordinate
That's coming over your
protection
repeater.
from interference.
Is this what you guys do every Friday?
Coordinate this
Every other Friday.
I just disconnected it.
Oh, it's every other Friday now?
Yeah.
What the hell is that, Nick? What were they saying?
Hey, sorry about that, Rob. I
Oh,
still
oh,
hear you.
oh.
I'm trying
It's
to figure
the
out
net
what's going
control
on with my
prepping for
radio.
the net.
Is there
Nick,
net
do
on
you want my audio?
3860?
He's much stronger here if you want to hear him. I can feed you my audio. You want that?
Yeah.
Feed him.
Feed him, Connor. You feed that boy nice.
80-meter flash mob. I like it.
This guy, are you guys just
Here you go,
listening on Utah SDR?
Now Connor's flexing with his new Flex radio.
Connor, I gotta admit,
Right.
that sounds like shit.
That certainly doesn't sound like a $2,500 radio. at
Nick
all,
is
dude.
down in the noise. Wait for Rob to come back, though.
There's you don't have there's no DNR on that? There's no DNR?
Ew, who uses digital processing?
All right, well, I'll keep talking to make sure we can hear each other. Did you guys all hear about my new motorcycle? I got a new motorcycle. It's epic. It's epic. I rode the Lost Coast last weekend.
Probably a KTM.
Yeah, I think we did 600 miles in 2 days, and my butt was a little sore, but it was epic. Yeah, and it was all like back roads and byways and hardly any highways. Very low car count.
What kind of bike is it?
It's a 2023 KTM 890 Adventure R. Hello.
Is that your audio or mine?
Anyway, the bike is awesome.
What?
That was
Turn yours
Connor's
back
audio.
on.
Yeah.
Hard to tell.
I
Speak
mean,
up, boy.
yeah,
Nick,
Nick, you're
Tom
like,
Frank tried saying hi.
Wasn't Hop Sing?
oh, bro, he's so quiet for you. He's been 10
Yeah,
over
He's hella
here.
quiet.
Turn yours
What's
back
going on over there in Washington?
You want me to turn mine on?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can hear you better.
I wish I could ride.
That guy's a little bit weak.
Been riding for a while. Just
Hey,
wanted to
Rob,
say,
I got a relay.
I hear you.
Frank
KM6 to my
wanted to jump in and say hi.
You guys were down. Are you still in there?
Yeah, that sounds good right there, Connor.
He's calling for you, Nick.
Yeah, I'm still here. Frank on the Zoom chat wanted to say hi, but I think he's in the weeds and couldn't get a hold of you.
All right. Who?
Dude, I could probably hear him in my text on radio, bro. So close to him.
Well, Connor is relaying the audio because he can hear you the best.
All right. Well, there you go, Nick. It's mixed results. You need a bigger tower and more power.
Yeah, or a hex clad like Connor.
You can hear me now, right?
Nick, you're like down in the noise, but
Right?
I can hear
Yeah.
your amp
Who's
humming
calling
through
me?
your mic. If you're, are
Or
you
did
using your
somebody
amp?
say, yeah, Rob?
We're arguing about whether I need more power. I'm pushing.
Coming up.
300 watts right now.
No, more power, Nick. You
Yeah,
can
I
get that
got
up to
you.
700.
I could hear you.
More power.
Come on, Nick. 1 kW is full power. QRP is 800 watts.
Well, it's all about, it's really antenna. I mean, imagine, if you will,
It's antenna.
that an antenna with gain, like a Yagi, is almost the same as an amplifier in a lot of situations.
Rob just can't hear me, can he, Nick?
I don't hear you at all,
No,
Frank.
give it a shot, Frank. All right, Frank's going to try to give it a shot and get up there. Yeah, about 400 watts right now.
Height is my.
Why aren't you running hotter, Nick? Do you have
Yeah,
more power?
well, I can hear you.
Turn it up
I'm
some.
running
I'm trying
about,
to do
I don't know,
700
about the
things
same,
live on
maybe
YouTube.
500, 600
Well, drive that
watts,
shit at 80 watts and put out almost a KW.
yeah, I don't know how the bands are not.
Bring your drive up.
Doesn't
Key down,
seem like
tune
it's
that
great
plate.
right now, and that could change.
Connor, what frequency?
Moment's notice. Let's
3860.
see. Yeah, no, it's the bands are not great.
Watch
so
Mike
it's
Webb.
interesting that we
Watch,
can even hear
watch
it
Mike
now.
just blow everyone out of the water right now.
Spending a lot of time on HF.
Knowing Mike, he would too.
He would, dude. Mike is really good, man. If you tell him where
I'm
you're
sorry,
at,
say
like,
again?
I have a lot of noise.
Have you been spending a lot of time on HF?
Not really. No, I haven't actually. You know, there's been all the sunspot stuff and everything, and people are talking about it. I did do some 10 meter a while back, but no, I've been
Hey,
consumed
Nick,
with
let
work.
me screen share.
You can't mute yourself, Connor. I can't hear him.
A lot of work,
I know,
and
I
then
know.
I got
I
a new
clicked the wrong button.
motorcycle, and
Let me co-host me or something.
Ham
Let us
radio's
screen
on
share.
the back burner, actually.
he wants to show us his hex or his flex.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Wants
The
to
bike
flex
sounds
the
like a lot of
flex.
fun. I'm going to kind of sit on the sidelines here. I know there's a couple.
I think it's nice, though. When I saw that picture, I was like,
Frank was
oh,
trying to get on the air. Frank, you want to try it?
nice.
Vondo's getting one now.
That makes me moist.
Hey, there you go.
Just
Wanda,
Dan.
you want to buy some shit, dude?
Dan have a radio?
Well,
Yeah, dude, I swear
I
to
hear
God,
you,
I would have
Michael.
to get a tower before I got a
Yeah,
flex
me
radio.
too.
Dude, no,
Good to
the
hear you.
flex,
Chris here
you
in
gotta get them
Dementia.
used. I actually just saw one go used. There, you can get them used. I only paid $1,700 for mine.
Oh, online.
Well, that's better than the
And
how
then,
many thousands
you
that
know,
they want.
Nick
I
or
forget.
anybody else who's listening
Oh, here, I'll say
who, you know,
hello.
we're having trouble talking,
Connor muted himself again.
lost it.
Well, because I turned my mic up.
It's okay.
M6 YKX.
Are you deaf, Nick? I'm calling you. I can hear myself calling you.
Oh, that was you? I heard that.
Yes,
yeah.
here. I'll do it again. Hold on.
It was in the weeds. I heard Nick.
Don't feel bad, Nick. He's in the weeds for me, too.
I can hear you, but you're in the weeds. Yeah, I can barely hear it. I'm giving up on that.
know if Nick can hear me. Anyway, I'll be on the side, cam 6,
Yeah, it sounds like Nick has some antenna and power struggles.
No, I wanted the band changed. I was looking at my band scope, and the band is just changing right now. And I think it might clean up here in a few minutes, so that's my 2 cents. Or maybe it won't. Cam 6, why kid?
Yeah, fine.
Hey, Logan, what's up?
Okay, I'll bring my mic
Isn't
down.
that
So,
how it is out here?
If you
I
couldn't
mean, that's
tell,
what's going
you know,
on.
when I bring it up, there's some flavor.
Hey, look
that's
in
missing at
look in
low volume.
the anti-net cords group. Look at my waterfall.
Oh God! Please move this window away from the shared application. Fuck off! I know what I'm doing. Good God, Nick! Throw
I
it
have
out.
a bug, but I can only do my call sign on it.
Nick, you need
But yeah.
you need to go
No,
to
it's
town.
and the
hunt.
band is
Well,
watching
it's
it
not
change
always
right
like
now.
that.
It's
It's
a trip.
coming and going. It's like somebody's turning a hairdryer on behind you or something. I don't know.
So you're in S like 4.
That's only like 50 watts right now, and then
All
there
right,
it is
later,
on,
Mike.
Hey, Mike.
and that's probably like 450
You out
watts.
here, Mike? Have a good night, buddy.
See ya.
Later,
And
dude.
you know what though? Sometimes it matters, and sometimes it doesn't.
They might be way too close. That might be what it is. Is they might just be
All
way
right. Well,
close. for me.
maybe I should turn the power up a little bit. Here's, you know,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, there's some more power. So there you go. Hopefully that helps.
10 over. Whose mic is just activating? Vondo, is that you?
No, because when I talk, my square turns green.
Mute yourself really quick and unmute.
Well, there you go. Have you ever taken that sloper and tried to make it into a different shape, like an inverted
No.
V or an inverted L?
Someone's mic is activating. I don't know who it is.
Not me. Is it?
Oh
Is
yeah,
it
it
me?
is. It
Is
is.
it
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Uh,
When you talk, it's suppressed.
It's a ton of excitement.
I know
I'm super
if,
excited. I can't wait for the next trip.
I know if Nick were to move to 40 meters, Nick, you and I could definitely talk easy. It's just 80 or
Oh.
2. There you go, Bert. But Nick, yeah, if we move to 40, you and I could talk easy because there's enough distance between us. But 80, it's the band is very short right now, so you might not be making it. I mean, I work a lot of guys up in Washington.